There are a number of kits to turn your manual Brompton into an electric version.
Today we're going to run through this Boost conversion kit fitted to a Brompton and compare it to a Brompton Electric.
Boost came to us asking us if we would review their version of their electric kit for a Brompton.
In Boost mode
versus the Brompton Electric.
Ready?
Go. It is so new, it's not actually launched yet.
I'm in Boost mode, come on!
It won't be available till February next year. We did ask them if they'd like to come back when it's finished, because right now I don't think it is finished. Keep watching if you want to find out more. So we're going to do exactly what Boost asked. We're going to compare this slightly beaten up old Brompton, which is fitted with their conversion kit, to our Brompton Electric, which is a 2-speed. Unfortunately, we didn't see the installation process, but maybe that's a good thing. First up, the Boost bike. The conversion kit is only supposed to add 2.5 kilos to the weight of the bike. It seems to have quite a heavy back end. I'm going to put it back down. The Boost bike weighs in at 13.75 kilos. This bike is an old style M-type or mid-rise handlebar type. It doesn't have any mudguards and it has the very old style brakes. So hopefully I should stop. Interestingly, we considered trying to fit a rear mudguard because today it's raining and you wouldn't get a mudguard on this bike as it is, because the rear triangle has been expanded to accommodate the motor. So the mudguard stays won't allow you to put a mudguard on. As we said earlier, this Boost kit came pre-installed. Boost say that it will be user installable, but they will have a network of people that can install it for you. We spoke to our local installer and he hasn't actually seen one yet, and they have been available for big bikes for just over a year. The first thing we noticed, it's a short wheelbase old Brompton, so that means it dates from before 2004, really showing you how long your Brompton will last. We then noticed that the rear triangle has been expanded by 20 millimetres to accommodate the rear hub. I'm not certain how many mechanics would be happy stretching a rear triangle to accommodate a hub, and it's certainly not something I'm going to do at home. For reference, this is a standard Brompton rear triangle to show you how much the rear triangle has been stretched on this Boost version. Of course, stretching your rear triangle and installing this conversion kit will invalidate your Brompton warranty. However, Boost say they will provide their own version of the warranty. Don't come crying to us for rear triangles when you need them. The battery is bolted to the frame, unlike the Brompton Electric battery that fits on the front and is removable. So you will have to take your battery and your bicycle to charge it rather than just the battery. The motor is here in the rear wheel. So Boost say they don't need to do any reinforcement of the frame parts to accommodate the rear wheel drive, unlike the Brompton Electric that has reinforced forks, even the P-line. At the moment, it's only available as a 2-speed version. However, we understand in due course they may look at making a 4-speed version. To ride it, you just turn the battery on with this little button here, and it sings you a song. This one came with a display unit. I believe they're optional because you can use the app and then you can just ride off. It shows you the battery is fully charged. It's got 42 amps. When it goes down to 30, you need to recharge it. It has 2 standard modes, low and high, indicated with the arrows. But it also has a super boost mode, which gives you 10 seconds of greater assistance, indicated by this icon here. It has a claimed range of 30 kilometres and it's limited to 15.5 miles an hour, as per UK and EU law, which is the same as the Brompton. I don't think the battery would last for 30 kilometres. After our hill test that we went up 5 times, the battery is nearly flat. So it definitely needs to be tested properly on your commute if it was an option for you. Ready? So the motor really is just on or off. There's no sensing how hard you're pedalling, like the Brompton Electric. This motor is 250 watts, in comparison to the Brompton's, which is 300. They say this was developed with Formula One technology. This was actually developed in conjunction with Williams, behind the Formula One team. When wheeling it backwards, there's a lot of resistance from the motor, enough that you could do a backwards wheelie. This also means it's very difficult to fold. Unlike the Brompton Electric, it doesn't have any lights, and you can't actually charge any peripherals off of the battery, which you can on the Brompton Electric. The battery is meant to be water resistant. Today it is raining a lot, so we are going to test that out because there is no cover on the charging port. It also has no mudguards, and we did try to install them, but we can't. So I'm going to get a wet bottom, and you should consider that when you're commuting, that you can't install mudguards. At least we can't work out how to do it. Doesn't seem to want to unfold because the frame's stretched. The rear bush doesn't work properly. One of the criticisms that we've had is that I'm too light. So we're going to do a proper test. I weigh about 52 kilos. Lee weighs
about 104.
So that's double my weight. Come on, Crossing. And we're off. I wouldn't advocate racing on the streets, but you know what? We're going to do it anyway. Come on. Here we're taking both bikes for a test ride up a hill, a sample hill from the station. I'm being beaten by an electric. The first test ride, I will be on the boost bike, on boost mode. I have to put an effort. And Lee, who is twice the weight of me, will be on a 2-speed Brompton Electric. And now we're going to swap over. Okay, 3, 2, 1. And Lee is going to be on the boost bike, and I'm going to be on the Brompton Electric. Let's see how they get on. There really is no comparison. The Brompton Electric is just so much more powerful. It says bye-bye. There's one extra feature we found in the boost bike over the Brompton Electric, which you can go forward, pedalling backwards. Interesting. In summary, this bike has told us, or taught us, how amazing the Brompton Electric is and why it took so long to develop. And you know what, every time I get on it, I smile. It's just a really good bike and it's good fun. I'm not going to spend my money on a boost upgrade. Unless, of course, you want to be able to pedal backwards and go forwards. Then it might be worth the money. But seriously, there's no torque sensor so that it just is on or off with power. So it doesn't know how hard you're pedalling. So it's just a bit binary. If I had to be brutally honest, it is awful. It's a good idea, but I don't like it. Having ridden it and had it for a day, it's become apparent to us that they're not Brompton specialists because there's so many issues that should have been sorted out. It says on their website that this is how Brompton would have envisaged their electric being. I really don't think it is. The Brompton Electric is amazing, and boost, I'm sorry, it's just not there yet. We really don't like the idea of stretching frame parts because you have to stretch the rear triangle to install the boost kit. We have in the past had forks come in after having an electric conversion kit because the forks were stretched and they broke. Thank you, Boost. You have highlighted how amazing the Brompton Electric is and why Brompton took so long to develop it. It's just a refined machine in comparison to something that is an early prototype, in my opinion.